Stop buying products from websites that only do reviews on them being brand new. I can't count how many times I've been looking for different reefing products, and every video that I find has the product brand new. It's a nice review, but how could I really know how it's going to work in my tank if it hasn't even been in a tank yet? Today we will be breaking down one of my equipment that I've been using for a couple months. Not only breaking it down, but we're also going to be cleaning it. While cleaning it, I'll go over a lot of the things that I did not like, some of the things I like, and some of the things that I think that they could improve. And this is my Red Sea protein skimmer. I've been running this protein skimmer for about 8 months now, give or take. I bought this one because I was looking at a lot of reviews online. At the time, it seemed like the best one for what I was looking to get and like what my needs were. But a few months in, there's a few kinks with it that I think they could have improved. Just maybe using it for a while and seeing a few things that they could have done better, a few things that they shouldn't have done that could have made this a lot better. Normally when I'm cleaning my protein skimmer, what I like to do is grab a 5-gallon bucket like this. So regular 5-gallon bucket. Most reefers will have one like this. Most times I'll use half the bottle of the citric acid. That I find helps to break down a lot of the buildup that I find on the protein skimmer. I'll just let it run for anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes. And then once that's done, then I'll break it down. Well, on the protein skimmer, you have 4 bolts right there and one more on the back side. This right here, I would say, was a good idea. I have another protein skimmer right behind the camera. That one I could not separate like this. So that one is a lot more of a hassle to separate. You can see with that, with this one, just separates. That comes apart. It's pretty dry. You can take away the base. Something like that. As you could see, it's gone through spaces. This right here is a sicce pump. After running this skimmer for about a month, I liked the pump so much that I went out and I bought 2 more sicce pumps. Didn't even have any use for them at the time. I just realized how quiet this pump was in the skimmer, and I then understood why everyone always talk about sicce's quiet pumps and their warranty. This is pretty easy to separate from the base. You just pop it off. It's held together by some rubber clips. On the back of it is a rubber gasket that keeps the wire in. You don't want to lose that. It's not going to be dire, but it just helps to keep the cable in a little bit better. You can see, you take it off. Now it separates. Put this aside. The pump right here, we have the skin plate, another screw, just simple finger tight. I have a bucket right there with all my screws, so if I don't lose them. And this separates again. Another screw on the inside, you can see that right here. Again, just finger tight. Almost there. There we go. And then this piece just slides right off. The reason I actually like to run the skimmer in the bucket with a little bit of citric acid for a bit is to get rid of a lot of this buildup. As you can see, this is a black one. That's supposed to be clear. So I like to let that sit in the bucket again for about 10 to 30 minutes, just running. I normally do that before I actually separate the entire skimmer, just so that it flows right throughout. What's nice with this skimmer, and one of the reasons why I actually bought this, was the cleaner on top. On top of this, just by turning it, there is a blade, which I'm gonna pop out right now. So just by turning this, I'll kind of open it so you can see. Mine again is very filthy. It's been a while since I've completely taken this out clean. But you just spin this and it cleans the inside of the skimmer cup. One thing that I've noticed with this, it happened to me the first couple of times that I used it to just clean it, is that there are 2 clips on top of this to keep that squeegee in place. Based on the placement of the skimmer in my tank, I was always touching those 2 and releasing the squeegee part. There is a gasket inside here that when you seal it, it is sealed. You might need an extra set of hands to actually remove this piece. I'm going to try right now to do it. I have not taken this piece off in a while. I am not the strongest, but I'm not weak. That gasket right there holds it in place. What would be nice is to see brstv implement an easier latch attachment where you can either twist and it comes out, or just something that's holding it in on the side where you can clip that and it comes out.
One eternity later.
So I've also decided to go ahead and clean the pump because it was so terrible. There is no true video online showing how to clean the pump in terms of disassembling it. Yes, there is one screw right here. I've already removed that screw, but a lot of people might be tempted to use a screwdriver or something to take this cap off. This cap is actually made to turn. So by applying pressure to this knob right here, counterclockwise, with a little bit of persuasion, you notice this was just here. You continue until it's all the way here, and then this cap just comes right off.
A few moments later.
Alright, here we have the skimmer plate, I believe it's called. You're going to make sure that this is seated on properly. It's that easy. We got the ring. Not too tight, just make sure that it's not loose. This back one right here just goes right on top, and one of the 5 screws that you've taken out from earlier when you were disassembling it goes right back on it. Again, not too tight. As you can see earlier, when I was pulling it apart, I didn't do the screwdriver or anything. It was all hand tightened, and this has been running, I think, about 3 months now. I think this is the last time I cleaned it, but works just fine, just need hand tightened. So all of that is ready. Now for the main body. As you can see, it's not 100% clean, but it's clean enough. That's on, no problem. I even watched this. I don't think you don't need to watch it, but I do watch it as well. What's nice is they actually cut this hose perfectly to size. On my other skimmer, it's a little bit longer. You'll see that in another video. It's a little bit longer. I don't think you need it that long. At first, I'd like to look when it was long, but it's not needed, and I've started to actually like this a lot more. Where it goes in. I found that putting this in first helps me. And then connect it. So the premise behind this slot right here is so that when the squeegee is in there and you turn it, it clears off the skimming from the inner section so that you can see how much bubble you have, whether it's running a little bit high or low. Instead of with like my other skimmer, you literally have to go and clean it all out, whether you want to take the pump off or do it just while it's under, and then you would be able to see it. That honestly was the main reason why I bought this skimmer, apart from any other. And if it had some type of easy release for the cup, I believe this would be, I would say, maybe a 10 out of 10 skimmer. Just that one factor, I would put this at maybe a 9. If you enjoy watching this video, please go ahead and subscribe if you like it. I will be doing a lot more reviews like this. I just don't believe in doing the reviews in which I just get the piece. I've not used it. I've not shown how it actually operates. And I've noticed that a lot of reviews on reef gear has a lot of good, but none of the bad. I would like to put, and not coming down at any particular company, they have not sent me anything, but not also trying to shine a bad light on them, but also trying to make sure that the next person who watches the video, who wants to buy this, knows what are the features that could be improved on. This is Crab Reefer YouTube channel. Thank you.